Teman, selamat datang kembali di channel Algoro. Dan kali ini kita akan melanjutkan lagi nih teman-teman perjalanan kita untuk menamatkan game Genshin Impact. Oke, gue doain semoga apapun yang kalian lakukan ke depannya, apapun yang gue lakuin ke depannya, semoga diberkati Tuhan. Jadi apapun yang kita lakukan ke depannya dapat berjalan dengan baik dan lancar ya teman-teman. Semoga rezeki kita juga akan menjadi milik kita ke depannya nanti. Jadi jangan patah semangat, lakukan apapun terus yang kalian sukai dan yang kalian lakukan sekarang. Jangan ada patah semangat ya teman-teman. Tidak ada progres yang menghadapi hasil. Oke. Jadi kali ini gue gak mau basa-basi lagi, langsung aja teman-teman, langsung gue mainin. So kalau kalian suka dengan video ini, please like video-video gue yang lainnya juga. Kalau kalian punya tips and trik untuk bermain Genshin Impact, kalian bisa komen di video-video gue ya teman-teman. Selain itu, kalau misalkan kalian ingin lihat gue bermain juga game yang lain, kalian boleh subscribe channel ini sehingga channel ini terus berkembang ya teman-teman. So, terakhir itu gue udah ke J Chamber, jadi inilah lokasi J Chambernya. Dan terakhir gue udah speak ke Ningguang juga nih teman-teman. Kalau kalian mau tahu tentang perjalanan kenapa gue bisa sampai sini, kalian nonton dulu video-video gue yang kemarin ya teman-teman. Dan kalau bisa, kalian bantuin gue like. Habis itu kalau bisa kalian bantuin gue komen-komen ini, share ke teman-teman kalian sehingga channel ini juga dapat berkembang teman-teman. So, gue langsung aja lanjutin ke questnya, oke?
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
Is it him? Kalau menurut gue itu belongs to child, oke? Jadi child itu one of the Fatui. Nah dia itu salah satu dari Harbinger. Jadi kalau Fatui itu tidak ada yang beres nih kalau misalkan Fatui datang. Nah kalau kalian mau tahu Fatui itu apa? Fatui itu adalah bawahannya dari si Shesnaya. Nah siapa itu Shesnaya? Shesnaya itu adalah Cairo Archon, jadi dewa es. Bukan dewa sih gue sebutnya karena dia cewek ya. Dia itu Dewi es. Itu pernah diceritain oleh Fenty juga nih teman-teman. Jadi Shesnaya ini ingin mengambil Geonosis. Nah Geonosis itu adalah sumber kekuatan dari para dewa-dewa di tempat yang lainnya juga.
What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
langsung aja kita potong waktu dan kebanyakan basa-basi.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one.
Jangan kayak Paimon ya teman-teman, ngasih hadiah tapi pengennya ada imbal baliknya, itu udah boleh ya. Jadi kalau misalkan kita emang pengen ngasih hadiah ke orang, ya usahain itu ngasihnya ya memang dari tulus dari hati kita gitu loh. Anggap aja pahala dan berkah buat kita ke depannya ya teman-teman. Dia emang Paimon ini agak lucu ya.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Oke, is complete. Terus kita harus ke location mark on the papers. No, jadi gini loh. Sigil of Mission itu salah satu yang kita bawa ke Adeptai. Kalau kalian tahu, itu ada di video-video sebelumnya. Nah, kemungkinan besar Sigil of Mission-nya itu dikulik nih sama si Fatui. Nah, kita kan nggak tahu ya kenapa ya. Jadi kita langsung ke sana aja loh teman-teman. So, balik lagi. Gue liat Paimon ini emang terlalu mata duitan ya, dari sebelumnya juga Paimon ini lucu banget gitu, mata duitan banget. Semoga kita jangan jadi orang kayak gitu ya teman-teman, karena ya itu gak bagus gitu kalau orientasi kita cuma duit itu kayak gimana gitu. Jangan ya, duit itu kadang-kadang tuh bisa menghancur teman-teman, even pertemanan dan persaudaraan. Itu gue liat sendiri pakai mata kepala gue sendiri, jadi jangan ya. Kalau bisa kita harus jadi orang baik setiap hari. Jadi gue terangkat dari langsung sini kenapa? Untuk mempersingkat waktu nih.
Iya.
Tempatnya jauh ya. Tahu apa yang kurang? Yang kurang adalah tenaga gue masih kurang. Oh, itu ada Fatui, situ juga ada Fatui. Nah masalahnya, gue kalau mau ngelawan mereka ini agak lama ya. Jadi mohon kalian bersabar karena gue masih belum punya bintang 5 nih sama sekali. Jadi mau gak mau.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too. Hold in.
Dodge this! Freshness preserve and deal. Frozen. Let's end this quickly!
Bisa kita hindarin.
No, myself! I must leave no stone unturned. Flip and fly.
Dan kalau bisa kita hindarin. Hindarin tempat-tempat kecil kayak gitu. Kenapa? Karena kurang banget.
Steady as stone. Up and away.
Bintang 5 aja. Tapi gue udah ngumpulin sedikit Primo game. Kalau misalnya bisa trade.
Rain out. Finds your fate. Rain cutter.
Cool it!
Leave it all to me. As a good knight should.
Ini besar banget ya. Jadi damage gue kayak 15 nih. Jadi gue didorong dulu.
Dancing in the wind.
Pantas. Gak kenal lagi.
Oh, so sorry.
I must leave no stone unturned.
No, my sword.
Up and away.
Harus sabar lawannya. Gue masih belum punya.
Dodge this!
Karena yang bagus.
Cool closing in. Leave it up to me.
Cool it. Dodge this. What's the hurry?
Yes. Itu buat apa ya, teman? Kita harus pakai skill. Aduh, ada lagi. Udah, lawan dulu ya.
Cool it.
Steady as stone.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
Oke. Oke, udah satu lagi.
This was well done. Feels close.
Up and away. Swift is the swallow. I must leave no stone un...
Aduh.
This should be fun.
Salah. Ini gue pengen lihat deh ini apa. Nanti dulu ya, gue ngindarin dulu supaya nggak terlalu lama. Tapi dia nggak bisa. Masih aja yuk, kita lawan aja yuk. Gas kali ya, gas.
Not gonna quit.
Steady as stone. Open fly.
Jadi defensif aja.
Freeze.
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
No, my sword!
Cool it.
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Freeze.
I must leave no stone unturned.
My duty. At an end.
Oke, langsung aja kita cek ya teman-teman. Gue masih belum kuat banget karakter teman-teman.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of your death die end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Itu kata-kata yang bagus ya dari Paimon. Paimon hates being late. Jadi kalau bisa ya kita tidak boleh telat ya, teman-teman. Disiplin tuh wajib dan bagus. Dan ternyata gue belum buka sama sekali. Ya udah kita jalan aja ke sana dulu ya. Perasaan gue kayaknya udah banyak yang gue bukain, tapi ternyata di sana juga belum buka ya. Kita ambil dulu ini. Ini bisa buat dimasak ya. Jadi game ini seru. Jadi karena apa? Karena gue juga harus masak buat apa, untuk nambahin. Cuma bunga doang mas.
Body and mind.
Coba aja mas.
Time to act.
Coba aja.
Body and mind.
miHoYo. Kita harus ke sana untuk nyelesain misi kita yang Rite of Parting. Jadi yang gue tahu ada dua Rite of Parting dan Rite of Descension di Genshin ini. Rite of Parting itu dimana ketika dewa-dewanya itu ada yang mati. Kita gunain di Rite of Parting. Untuk ada Sigil, kita ikutin dulu sini mau kemana. Dan gue diserang dulu, kita cabut dulu. Kecuali kalau damage-nya masuk. Oh, kena. Nah, sini. Oke, itu.
Treasure hunting. A valiant endeavor.
Teleport. Oke. Jadi kita buka dulu teleportnya karena di gua ini belum sama sekali buka teleportnya, teman. Jadi sorry kalau misalkan akun gua masih cemen ya, karena ya ini akun baru. Dan ini udah sampai part berapa? Part 24 seharusnya. Jadi sampai part 24 pun juga masih belum banyak yang gue bisa lakuin ya teman-teman, karena gue gak nyangka kalau misalkan game itu panjang juga. Yang kayak kemarin gue juga mau nanya nih teman-teman, kalau kalian, jadi gue ada pertanyaan, apakah kalian mau liatin gue grinding juga? So kalau kalian mau lihat gue grinding ya kalian nanti gue akan gue akan record pada saat gue grinding juga teman-teman. Oh ada chest ya?
Steady as stone.
Dodge this!
No, my sword!
Ills be gone.
Freeze!
Oke. Well, supaya nggak kena damage.
Closing in.
Cool
Kita
it!
closing in lagi. See?
Let me weave you a verse.
Dapat. Gue mau lihat ada. Itu dia teman-teman ya. Gue ambil dulu. Lumayan itu bisa naikin stamina gue. So teman-teman, kalau kalian pengen lihat gue juga grinding, kalian bisa di komen ya. Ini kalau misalkan banyak yang minta gue untuk grinding, gue record juga supaya kalian bisa lihat gue grindingnya kayak gimana.
Time to act.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her, then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Jadi gue disuruh nyanyi buat nyari bunga nih teman-teman. Dia tuh kayaknya ada yang bisa gue ambil lagi bentar ya. Pokoknya kalau main game kayak gini kan, kata-kata gue kita harus collect semua yang bisa kita lihat. So ini ada di mana? Kayak gue ingat. Oke, dapat. Sekarang kita terbang ke sana aja teman-teman untuk ngambil si glaze lily-nya. Oke. Jadi rite of parting ini banyak banget yang harus kita siapin ya. Dan udah nyita berapa banyak partnya sendiri. Cuman sampai sekarang gue suka banget dengan Liwe ya teman-teman. Liwe ini seru dibandingkan Onstad. Gue lebih senang Liwe. Itu ada yang bisa kita mainin di sini.
Time to sing whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it.
No, my sword!
Swift as the swallow. I must...
liriknya berubah jadi gue karena mau nama bunga itu kayaknya hafal dulu kayak jelek gitu sebenarnya gue nggak hafalnya nggak jelek
Rain outlines your fate.
yang di
Not
sini
good.
banyak banget harusnya
Someone needs assistance. Closing in.
ini banget
No, my sword.
Up and away.
Leave it all to me.
Freeze! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Gitu lagi.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry, we shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes, now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say as an adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Oke, jadi glaze lilinya itu kita dikasih sama Ganyu. Kita langsung balik aja ke sini ya teman-teman. Zhongli itu one of the adeptus, tapi gue ngerasa entah kenapa dia tuh kayak ada Rex lapis aja gitu ya. Terlalu berwibawa gitu. Terus ngelihat dia tuh kayaknya emang udah tua ya teman. Jadi muda juga sebenarnya. Gue suka ya sama Liyue ini emang one of the best bro.
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wonsin Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wonsin Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Yuánshén funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
So teman-teman, questnya sudah habis di sini. Dan kemungkinan besar gue juga mau udahin recordnya. Tapi sebelum gue udahin, gue tadi kan pertama udah ngomong ya, gue udah dapetnya 10 dan kemungkinan besar gue juga mau kita gacain dulu sebelum nanti gue mau gacain lagi si Apek ini, oke? So tanpa basa-basi langsung aja baca. Ternyata sebelum dapat bagus ya, kemungkinan besar nggak, gue atau ya tahun gue ini kenapa? Cuman dapatnya, wih dapat Toma ya. Oh iya Toma bener. Keren banget. Oh gue dapat ini juga, pedang juga. Ternyata not bad, oke. So Toma. Gue tahu Toma karena gue sempat ngeliat karakter tier list itu teman-teman. Ternyata dia oke juga ya. So, gue akan udahin dulu di sini. Kalau kalian suka dengan video-video gue, please like video gue juga. Kalian share ke teman-teman kalian supaya video ini juga berkembang. Dan juga kalau kalian punya tips and trick cara buat main Genshin Impact atau kalian mau main bersama gue, kalian komen-komen di video-video gue ya teman-teman. Dan juga gue juga punya pertanyaan, apakah kalian mau lihat gue grinding atau tidak? Kalian komen juga di bawah. Habis itu, tolong kembangin juga channel ini agar gue juga bisa bermain game-game yang lainnya juga ya teman-teman. So, kalian harus subscribe nih teman-teman. Kalian harus subscribe channel ini sehingga channel ini berkembang dan gue tetap bikin video yang lainnya juga, oke? So, sampai bertemu di kesempatan selanjutnya. Dadah.